Loretta Smith is well known in Portland politics. She was on Senator Ron Wyden's staff for 21 years, becoming his field representative. Smith served on the Multnomah County Commission from 2011 through 2018. She ran twice for Portland City Council, most recently in 2020, narrowly losing to Dan Ryan. And now she's running for Congress in Oregon's new 6th Congressional District. Loretta Smith, welcome to Eye on Northwest Politics.
Thank you for having me, Ken. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. And happy holidays to you and your family.
Yeah, happy holidays to you too. Well,
yes.
the 6th Congressional District, that's Polk and Yamhill counties with parts of Clackamas, Washington, and Marion counties, including Salem. Now, you announced your run before the district lines were finalized. Have you moved
Correct.
into that district now?
No, I'm still looking for a place in that district. In fact, me and my son and his wife and my grandkids, we spent Christmas in Yamhill and just trying to figure out where we want to stay in the district. And it was a great place. We stayed in Yamhill City, close to Carlton, and it was really nice. There's about 1,900 people there, and Carlton has about 2,000 people. So it was really, really nice. So I wanted to take my family out there to show where my district would be, to see where they wanted to live.
Well, even though this district leans Democratic, can you effectively represent this constituency, especially in the rural areas? There's a big rural makeup in that county.
Yes, sir. As you said earlier, I worked for Senator Ron Wyden for 7 years when he was a congressman, and for 14 years in the United States Senate. And when we moved to the Senate outside of the 3rd Congressional District, a couple of things that we knew, that we had to help underserved folks who were living in counties like Polk and Yamhill, whose economy was driven by timber receipts. And one of the things that we did really effectively was making sure that we had county payments to be able to help those Oregonians who were missing those receipts and needed to have government, local government, like sheriffs, librarians, healthcare, schools, and to help the rural schools. Those were things that we did on a regular basis and let them know. I mean, Senator Wyden passed legislation that helped to keep food on the table and roofs over people's head. So I know those are kind of the bread and butter issues that you have to know. And I want folks to know in Yamhill and Polk that I will be their champion for county payments to make sure that they have those needed federal dollars. Now, a lot of people don't know, but 50% of Oregon is forest land. So we have to help those folks in those urban and rural areas. And in my district, the new district, it serves both.
What are your priorities should you win this election?
It's comprehensive health care, bold climate change, and economic security for all. Because I think the folks that I worked with and I helped for so many years in Portland who were underserved, we have the same thing happening in those smaller, underserved rural communities. They want health care. When your kid gets sick, you don't want to have to drive 30 or 40 miles to get to a hospital or a doctor. They still want to be able to make sure that their kids get educated. And so it's simple. We make a big deal of the infighting back in DC, but as much as we are different, we are the same. And until we have people in Congress who understand that there is a divide, there is an urban-rural divide, but that divide is something that we share. Those values about our families and about getting educated, about making sure that we have prescription drugs for the older adults in our communities, those things are just as relevant in some of those smaller communities that we have in Polk and Yamhill as it is in urban areas like Portland.
Well, at least 10 candidates have declared for this seat so far, including Republican
Really?
State
Is it 10?
Ron Noble, yes. Former police chief in McMinnville, that's Ron Noble, which is in the new district. McMinnville is in that district. Also, Democrat State Representative Andrea Salinas, who is actually chair of the House Redistricting Committee. Now, does that make it difficult to establish yourself as the best candidate for this job?
No, because I'm a hard worker. What I do know about Oregonians, that they like their elected officials and their politicians to be fair. And if you're fair with them, they're okay with that. They don't like insider trading, inside baseball. They want people who they know that they can believe in, that they can trust, that they will have their back, and that when something happens, that they won't do an inside backdoor deal when they go to Washington, that they'll be fighting for the people instead of themselves. So we have to be very clear on who we are. I'm a clear voice, and you've known me for years. I've been a champion for healthcare, seniors, young people. I put over 8,000 young people into jobs where there were none before. And I understand that everything that you do, it's a building block. I have prepared myself for this day. I have always wanted to serve at this level. I think it is high time that a Black woman is able to represent Oregon and give an authentic voice, a voice from a woman, and a voice from an experienced woman. And I think bigger than anything else, I have a track record of being effective. And I have a track record of being in the halls of Congress, understanding the levers of government. It's not going to take me a whole blueprint to hit the ground running. I'm going to know how to help the most vulnerable. I'm going to know how to help local government, and I will know how to help small business in this community.
And if you are elected in this congressional district, you would be the first Black woman who is a member of Oregon's congressional delegation. So
yes.
Thank you, Loretta Smith, candidate for Oregon's new 6th congressional district. Appreciate you joining me on Eye on Northwest Politics.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Next, gun violence continues to plague Portland. In our Give Me a Minute, we hear from an outspoken pastor and safety advocate about what needs to be done to put an end to gun violence.